Black Kings Record. Ever since it's a COVID-19, everybody does a talk about vaccine. Warm to the vaccine when the pot clean. Operation need vaccine. Me say vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. Warm to the vaccine for the crack fiend. Warm to the vaccine for the vaccine. Me afraid them shoot our son when the cops see him. Hey, where the vaccine? One to the vaccine when the pot clean. One to the vaccine from the crime scene. Little ghetto youth fall up like napkin. We need a vaccine at the ghetto car. Our struggles are no similes and no metaphor. If you get a youth dream, if you get a car, buy a house, try make it out, no get so far. Nuff no live so long, we get vaccine. Get up people no want to no vaccine. If it's not a vaccine, for we stop cream and can live a better life and stop dream. For the youth them way in a jail house, we still no get charged, can't get no bail out. We say vaccine, we fi make you no see road quarantine. Cause we want to know that vaccine, vaccine, vaccine. One to the vaccine for the crack fiend. One to the vaccine for the vaccine. We afraid them shoot our son when the cops see him. Hey, where the vaccine? One to the vaccine when the pot clean. One to the vaccine pan the crime scene. Little ghetto youth fall up like napkin. We need a vaccine for real, cause some evil people them be will lead us. Foot power neck time for you no ease off. Me no trust Babylon, we need a vaccine. For them stop, deceive the poor and every workplace start. Give people more vaccine, me nah lie, we need the cure. For police stop, kick in we door. We need a vaccine for bust the aisle mill, fi cut the piping. Look how long, I'll price drop. But JPS I give we some fuck we like Billy Ola who no fake. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. UPK got the vaccine. Mr. General Yan have the vaccine. General my man have the vaccine. Big Captain Mashak got the vaccine. Hey, Nayatap got the vaccine. Hey, Abada one got the vaccine. Hey, Akaya got the vaccine. Bakawar got the vaccine. Hey. Ever since it's a COVID-19, everybody does a talk about vaccine. One to the vaccine when the pot clean. Operation need vaccine. Me say vaccine. Vaccine.
Anabolic beats. Shalom, Lord Christ. Shalom, Lord Christ. This is the ISUPK, the Israelite School of Universal Practical Knowledge, started out of One West, Harlem, New York, under command of John Yohana. This is the Thursday night class, the scripture breakdown class. This is where, brothers and sisters get to ask questions. They get to, put them in the chat, or you can just, simply, say what your question is in the classroom. We open that up for every brother. The focus tonight that I wanted to go into was, for adults to watch your children online, because like what I've been seeing, a lot of videos I've been seeing is that, the children are not being watched the way that they should be on social media. And I understand like it's hard for, parents to, watch what their kids are doing, but it's necessary. It's something that, you're going to have to put the work in and work at, you know what I'm saying? So like, I wanted to go into some scriptures to basically let everybody know what the scriptures say about, how you should raise up a children. This is kind of like, kind of going like an extension on the other class that I did on Tuesday. So if you haven't seen that one, you should check out that class that we did on Tuesday. You know what I mean? So, and it's real good. And this one kind of goes into kind of like the second part of it. And so the first part we talked about, how kids should honor their mother and father. But in this one, I wanted to kind of bridge the gap just to show like, how we should, watch our kids and the things that they do as far as, as it pertains to social media and things like that. Because what you're seeing on social media is you're seeing that the kids are getting too loose on social media. It's a lot of what's that word called? It's a lot of statistics that are out there that's showing that, and I'll be bringing up some of that too as well. But let me check something real quick. Salakia. Salakia, y'all, I was just checking to make sure that see what the general was doing, but I didn't see him on there. If more people, kind of goes more to the general speaking tonight, then I'll yield to the general, of course. But I also did want to get a couple of scriptures. I wanted to get Deuteronomy 6:1. All right. So let's go to Deuteronomy chapter 6, verse 1. Salakia, I'm just going to get there real quick. Deuteronomy chapter 6 and verse 1. It says, now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments which the Lord your God commanded to teach you, that ye might do them in the land whither ye go to possess it. Right? I'm going to skip down to verse 7, and it says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto thy children. Like, this is what we have to understand with the scriptures. We supposed to be teaching them to our kids. You're supposed to let the kids know what's going on in the scriptures. You got to keep it more real with them now because of, how social media is now. So the internet is raising our children because we're not taking the time to, give them, the game and really teach them the scriptures. The pastors, they have done a bad, horrible job at, teaching us the things that we needed to know so that we could teach our kids. But since we don't teach our kids and we let our kids just get raised by the internet, raised off of, social media and YouTube and Instagram and WhatsApp, the generation fails as a result because we don't teach them. But the scriptures are saying that we should teach our kids diligently the commandments. You know what I'm saying? The commandments, and that's what we should be teaching them so that they can teach their children. And because we don't know this is why, our situation is the way that it is. I'm gonna read it one more time. It says, now these are the commandments, the statutes, and the judgments. What people don't understand is that, without these commandments, we have nothing. Without the statutes, we have nothing to stand on, because literally we just have, like our children now is like, basically, how like you buy a dog, right? You buy a dog and you just don't teach him anything. He just do whatever the hell he want to do. That's what happens with our generations that come after us. If we don't teach them, then they're just going to just do whatever they want, and they're not going to listen to nobody. They're not going to have respect. And this is why it's important that we teach it to our kids, right? The commandments, the statutes, you know what I'm saying, and the judgments. And I'm gonna read verse 7 again. It says, and thou shalt teach them diligently unto the children, and shalt talk of them when thou sittest in thine house, and when thou walkest by the way, and when thou liest down, and when thou risest up. Like, it should always be like you teaching the children, like, the high holy days. We got the Passover coming up. So we got the Passover coming up. You should be teaching your kids about the Salakia. Oh, you should be teaching your kids what's going on. We should be teaching our kids about the Passover. We should be teaching our kids about the Feast of Unleavened Bread. We should teach them those things. And, and because we don't teach them, then they get taught about Christmas. They get taught about, Easter bunnies, and they get taught about everything that has nothing to do with the Most High, nothing to do with the laws, the statutes, and the commandments. And this is a result of us not teaching them day and night. Because if we don't watch our kids, we see what the result is going to be. The result is going to be another generation that's worse than the one that came before them. And as you see the continuation of how it goes, it literally goes down, down, down. You know what I'm saying? No generation is better than the other generation, because we always been on the constant decline. All right. So there we go on that. I'm going to go to Proverbs 22 and 15. Proverbs 22 and 15. Get that real quick. Proverbs 22 and 15. And okay, 22 and 15. Foolishness is bound in the heart of a child. You know what I'm saying? Because kids are foolish. You know what I'm saying? Like, we literally, like on Tuesday, we was like watching this video of, it was like a stage type of thing where it was like kind of like a sting or whatever. And they basically was online, and they were, posing, this guy was posing as a 15-year-old, and he was talking to this girl, and they contacted her mom, and they said, hey, we've been contacting your daughter, and we're trying to set a meetup or whatever. So the mom was like, well, my daughter ain't going to do that. I know she knows better. She's not going to do it. They said, she's on her way right now. And then the text came through, said, be there in 10 minutes. So what happened was, they answered the door. They told the little girl, they said, hey, he's the person you're looking for is upstairs. She went upstairs, went into the room. When she went into the room, and they said, yeah, he'll be in here in 1 second. The light turned off. When the light turned off and it turned back on, the girl's mom was standing there with a mask on, like a Michael Myers mask. But the girl didn't know that was her mom. She just saw that it was a person standing there with a mask on. So her instant reaction was to just bolt for the door. And so the mom grabbed her, and she was just like, screaming. And then as she's screaming, trying to get away, the mom took the mask off and said, what are you doing here? You know what I'm saying? And the girl was like, oh, I didn't know, And it's like, it was a valuable lesson for the kid to understand, is that, this could have been a lot worse. You know, if this had been, you know, somebody who was really trying to do you harm, that would have been the end of your story. Nobody would ever knew you was there, and that would have been that. But because her mom was there, she was able to learn the lesson and hopefully not do it again. But now, and so now out of that, you know, and what the scripture is saying here is that we understand, and like the scripture say, children are foolish, man. You know, and so, and that's why it's even foolish. It's even more foolish for adults to think that kids can even make decisions about anything that has to do with their life at their age. They, you know, you got all of these, you know, oh man, I don't even know how to say it. The LGBT and all these other, I think that's the right wing. I think it's the left, the far left coming up with, can't even explain what a damn woman is now. Like, it's so crazy that we living in a time now where, you know, kids can't smoke until they're 18. They can't go to war until they're 18. They can't drink until they're 21. But somehow they can, you know, they know about their sexuality coming out the gate. And this just shows you that how foolish America is, but doubly, you know what I mean, we need to understand how foolish the children are, because the scripture is saying it right here. It said foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, because that's what a child is, that's what's in their mind. Foolishness. Children are not mature adults. Children are not to be looked at as mature adults. It was a time when the kids had to stay in the child's place. It was a time when we fully well understood that you be quiet when an adult is talking, you know what I mean? Or you would get popped in your mouth. Now, you know, it then completely flipped around, and now the adults are following the children. And so these are the things that need to change. Well, not for the whole world. I mean, the whole earth, because who the hell cares about what the hell the oppressor want to do with his children, or what, you know, East Indians want to do with their children, or whatever. What matters is what we do with our children. And the scriptures say, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. The rod of correction, man. And the rod of correction doesn't necessarily have to be a belt. You know what I'm saying? The rod of correction could be chastisement. You know, sometimes a good chastisement will help, you know, and, you know, you can talk to a kid, you can be real with them, and you can let them know, hey, look, you know, this is not the way you're doing it is not the way that we should be doing it. And this is the way that you should be doing it. And then help them to understand where they went wrong and what they need to do better. But what's going on now is that a lot of parents are just not being concerned with the kids, and they're just letting the children just do whatever the hell they want to stick an iPad in their face and just let them sit down and just do whatever they want all day. And this is crazy. I looked up the statistics on that, right? They said that in the statistics that 95% of all children are on YouTube, right? 95%, damn near 100% of children are on YouTube. But you know who spends the most time on YouTube? Who spends the most time on social media, who spends, and I was just like, it makes it more and more clearer how, like, the ISUPK is the truth, and how we know who Israel is. Because whenever you look at a statistic and you will see, like, what is the worst demographic, it'll always be Blacks and Hispanics, because they said that the most time spent on social media apps like TikTok, Instagram, not so much Facebook, but Instagram, WhatsApp, TikTok, is Black and Hispanic kids. Like, way past white kids, you know what I mean? And it just shows, like, you know, in some households, and I'm not saying, you know, some households, they say, hey, look, man, you ain't gonna watch TV until the weekend. But because, and I you know, I can I can see why it would be black kids would be on the internet so much, because there's not a lot of fathers in the house, right? And then you look at, you know, the fact that, you know, everybody got to work so damn, you know, work so much to make ends meet without a father in the house. The woman, she's trying to raise the two kids by herself, and she can't because she doesn't have the time. She doesn't have the time to do it because she's trying to work two damn jobs. The father's gone. So what else are the kids gonna do but be on Instagram all damn day? You know what I'm saying? And that's how they're gonna get raised. And it also said that, you know, it's a very high percentage that children are gonna get exposed to inappropriate things on social media that they should not be looking at. I remember when I was younger, we didn't have like, you know, social media like we have now where you could just, you know, go to a website and watch, you know, all the porn you wanted to watch. When I was younger, we didn't have all that. We had the Sears, you know, the Sears catalog, the bra section. We couldn't watch, you know, that type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? But the kids readily have access to today. It's appalling. You know what I'm saying? And it's like that, and this is how they get raised because they don't have, you know, the correct type of adult influences in the house. You know, the father's not around. I'm gonna show y'all some videos, man, like just to prove my point about the fathers not being around. Like it's just crazy. Like, and you see it. Like if you ever look on YouTube and you'll see a ton of videos of women putting their children, their little girls on on Facebook or Instagram because they were on there talking to older men, or they were on there doing sexual things, on there, you know, sending photos, on there accepting, you know, rod pics from grown men. I sit back and I look at that and I say, well, where do they get this from? You know what I'm saying? Like where would if this little girl was 12 years old, where would she get like the concept of, you know, rod pics and the concept of, you know, getting paid for pictures, and where would she learn this from? You know what I'm saying? And a lot of it that these young girls be picking up be from their mom. That's where it come from. It come from their mom, their mama, who is doing that type of stuff, and they think that the child ain't watching, but the child is watching. They're sitting there quiet. They're sitting there eavesdropping. I remember when I used to be younger and we would walk in the room while adults were talking, and my mom would be like, yo, get in, go in the room. You know what I'm saying? Go in the room, you know, stay in the child's place. Or, you know, you ever come like out and say your parents is out in the living room or they talking, they having a good time, and you come out there and you interject into the conversation, and they'll say, yo, hey, you know, stay in the child's place. What are you doing interrupting when adults are talking? You know, it was just like, it was a certain kind of standard that you had to have that parents made you adhere to as a child. And so, you know, you would go back in the room with the rest of the kids, you know what I'm saying? And you would stay in a child's place. You know what I'm saying? So, let me see. Shit. You got the mic. 1G, if you don't mind. I'm gonna do this quick breakdown. Let me get Proverbs 29 and 15. Proverbs 29 and 15. No sweat, water. No sweat. Take your time. Yeah.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof.
Hold on, you muted. You gotta yeah, turn your mic.
Okay.
There you go.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
All right, cool. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 15.
Mm-hmm.
The rod and reproof give wisdom.
All right, 1 second. All right, hold on 1 second. Can you let the brother in, please? Oh, sure. And so, yeah, I'm gonna keep talking until you get back. But the rod and reproof, man, you know what I'm saying? Hold on, let me get it myself. And I'm gonna give the brother a chance to get back. Let me see. Let me get it myself, and I'm gonna read it. Proverbs 22 and 15. All right, Proverbs 22 and 15. It says, no, I'm tripping. Wait a minute, hold on. All right, I'll read it. That wasn't what I wanted, but I just had a brother read something else. But it says, foolishness is bound in the heart of a child, but the rod of correction shall drive it far from him. You know what I'm saying? And verse 17, let me skip up to verse 17. I think that's what I wanted. Oh, I'm tripping, y'all. My bad. It's like I'm in the wrong chapter. All right, here we go. No sweat. So we good. And remember, if y'all got any questions, y'all can type them in. What's going on, Lord Christ? You know, if y'all got any questions, y'all can type them in. Of course, that's what this class is for. Hopefully, you know, you're studying and doing something, then, you know, you have a question or two. All right. So Proverbs 29 and 15, it said the rod of reproof give wisdom, but a child left to himself bringing his mother to shame. And I'm gonna show y'all a video of what happens when you leave a child left to themselves. All right. Let me show y'all something real quick.
Michaela, any money for a pussy picture, ass picture, anything, I'm sending your information to the police. Michaela is underage. Look at this motherfucking phone. She's underage. This bitch been sending pictures. I got all the screenshots of everybody who done sent her money for. Turn around. Turn around. She has no ass. She has no turn. I said turn the fuck around. What ass you got? And you in here trying to take pictures in my motherfucking house. Bitch, you don't even clean up. You don't even clean up. And you in here taking ass pictures and shit in my house and asking motherfuckers to cash app you $5? What's $5? Again, why you in my house taking pictures of your ass and shit in my house? Huh? Answer me, because I can't fuck you up on this camera. But you already know how it's finna go down. Why you on this phone taking pictures of your flat ass in my motherfucking house? Answer me. I said answer me. You get on Instagram all motherfucking day, answer me.
Because I act like I'm grown, I'm not.
You not. You damn sure fucking not. I'm gonna fuck you up. Don't nobody send her another fucking DM, a text message, not a motherfucking thing. I got this phone. Don't send shit. And if any fucking cash app request come through, I'm taking a screenshot and I'm gonna send it to the laws when I send her bitch ass and let y'all know that y'all on here paying for prostitution.
Okay, so thoughts? Anybody? Go ahead. Got a mic? Thoughts?
My thoughts are no. Yeah, I clicked it on, sir. Kind of one kind. My thoughts are number one, embarrassing your daughter on social media is just going to further mess up her self-esteem and have her doing more stuff like that. Probably it's the mom's fault for letting TV, social media, and other things raise her child. Also, if there was a man in the house or somebody with some sense, that wouldn't be going on in the first place. That's my take on it.
Yeah, because I mean, you can clearly see like the difference, especially a brother like In the Truth. You can see the difference, like in how he raises his kids, like how his daughters are. Like his daughters aren't, sexualized, or you know what I'm saying. Like you can clearly see that this, like what the scriptures say, it says the rod of reproof giveth wisdom, but a child left to himself bringeth his mother to shame. Go ahead.
I was going to say one more thing. what really didn't sit well with me is the fact that the mother kept commenting on the daughter's shape, as if she did have a shape or was getting more money, not that it would be okay, but why even mention that? Because it's not going to be okay if she's getting $1,000 and the little girl is reached puberty and has some sort of shape as a young woman.
Mm-hmm.
She still shouldn't be mentioning that, because it doesn't matter either way how much money or what she looks like.
Right, exactly. And that's why it's important that she needs to be in the ISUPK learning the truth. Yeah, I mean, that like everybody should be, you know what I'm saying? But go ahead, yeah. Yeah, I'm good. But could you read that one more time, Tazia, one time?
Come, sir.
Proverbs 29 and 15.
Come, sir. This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 29, verse 15. The rod and reproof gives wisdom, but a child left to himself bringing his mother to shame.
Go ahead, keep going.
Verse 16. When the wicked are multiplied, transgression increaseth.
You know why they're saying this? The reason why it's saying this is because how does the wickedness multiply? It multiplies by us having kids, not teaching them, not showing them the proper way to go, not teaching them the laws, the statutes, and commandments. And then what happens? Those kids grow up, right? Those kids grow up and they have kids, and then they don't teach them the laws, the statutes, and commandments. And then what happens? Those kids grow up and have kids, and then they don't teach them. And the cycle just keeps going on and on and on. Go ahead, keep going.
Come, sir. But the righteous shall see their fall.
Mm-hmm.
Verse 17. Correct thy son,
Mm-hmm.
and he shall give thee rest. Yea, he shall give delight unto thy soul.
Right. That and I understand what this is, right? Like I look like my daughter, for instance, right? My daughter is 21, right? She I can see that she's not like I asked my daughter, I'm like, you on TikTok? She be like, no. You know what I mean? You be on Instagram? She be like, no, I might just like scroll, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you ain't got followers and nothing like that? She be like, nah. I'm like, yeah, do you know who this person is or that person? Like, I just be asking her questions. Like, do you know about who this person is or who this celebrity is? She be like, nah. You know what I'm saying? And like, that just shows that, she's just not that type of girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, how some girls are all in the know. They know everything that's going on. You be like, yo, you know who this is? Oh yeah, I know who that is. Or, who's this person on, Loving Hip Hop, and they know everything. Like, and you can see like, and that when my daughter gives me those types of answers, to me, it's like, damn, she really is a square. You know what I'm saying? She really don't know about all this kind of stuff. I feel like sometimes I'll be knowing, a lot. And, and that kind of stuff makes me feel better. And it shows that she was not raised wrong. You know what I'm saying? Because it could have been a lot worse. Right? Keep going.
Come on, sir. Verse 18. Where there is no vision, the people perish.
That's us. Because there's no vision of clear path of where we should go. Because we don't have that, we fail. You know what I'm saying? Like like I said earlier, you look at the statistics, man, it's horrible how much we're on, our children are getting raised by social media. If y'all, I mean, I'm telling y'all look at these YouTube shorts, man. I'm telling you, I don't know, maybe my algorithm keeps sending it to me, but nobody can answer what is a woman. Nobody can answer that. The question ain't even about men. Nobody asked trans men, like, what does it mean to be a man? Like, we don't give a damn. You want to act like a man? Who gives a damn? But for some reason, like, because we know that they can't do the same thing. Like, meaning this, right? Like, a trans man can't come into like men's sports and dominate. Right? You come over here and try to get in the boxing and you're going to get your jaw tapped, right? Because you know what I mean? It's real men over here. You are, you know that. But when it comes to trans men, trans women, when they try to go in, they go into women's sports and they dominate. They dominate women's sports. Did you look, man? Look, let me show y'all something, man. Oh, let me show y'all something, man, real quick. Hold on, give me 1 second, y'all. Let me show y'all something. Don't laugh though.
I think I've seen a clip of this.
I'm about to show y'all, man. Hold on. Oh, I'm about to show y'all. All right, so I'm about to show y'all, man. Now, this person is like the leader. You know what I'm saying? I think it was like 2019, 2020, something like that. It was like, you know, dominating everybody. But I'm about to show y'all this, right? Hold on. Yeah. Right.
What did I get myself into? It's your protest.
All right, check this out.
I'm being bashed by the media. I'm being bashed by all the conservatives, I guess you can say. And I honestly don't even consider myself as trans. I just consider myself as a female. Female are trying to live my best life. I'm being bashed by the media. I'm being bashed by all the conservatives, I guess you can say. And I honestly don't even consider myself as trans. I just consider myself as a female. And it's unfair because that's the scientific definition that describes what or who I am is a trans female. But internally in myself, I know that I'm a female. I am a straight female, so a transgender female who.
Oh boy! Oh, here, stop it! Hold on. Oh, whoa! Too much got through to the feed, but y'all. Y'all see what's going on here, man. Like this is crazy, man. She's smoking her sisters, man. What was it? Any sisters in the race? Maybe it might have been another sister in the race. Yeah, one to the left. Yeah, that sister was gone. Go ahead.
And if I could, I remember when I did sports and track, the hurdles were higher for the men. So you get an advantage of being your stature being taller, your twitch muscles being faster. Like it don't matter. Like
yeah,
that thing got all the advantages above them women in there.
Yeah, it's a wrap. And so this is what goes on. You know, we live in a time where you know we're where we can't even you know verbalize what a woman is. Proverbs 22 and 15. Proverbs 22 and 15, and then yeah.
Oh, so like if I could,
yeah, you got
go back with that to that video about the mom.
I got some more too.
So like just by looking at that, you know what I'm saying, you could tell it's some type of abuse or something going on with that child that she not really, you know what I'm saying, displaying, because her mom is probably physically beating on her because she's unhappy. You understand? And then the daughter probably seeing all different type of men coming in the house, for one thing. And then she probably hear her mom telling her friends or telling how she's exploiting herself to another man. And she think and these walls in the apartments or their houses is very thin. You can hear everything in the vents. And you think that, you know, your daughter or child might be asleep. but they hear everything.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the mother clearly showing her frustration out on the child because she's unhappy because she can't keep a man. Or she probably mad at the child's father. You understand? So something's going on with the mother as well, which, you know, shows today that how, you know, the mental health of Black women today is really a issue in the community when she's not stable. You understand? When she's not stable and she done kicked the damn man who's supposed to keep the household stable out of the household, and she's unstable, then the kids would be unstable. And that's when you get all the issues that you see in the neighborhood now.
Right.
You understand?
And that's why it's important, man, to watch what your children are doing on social media. You know, pay attention, set those parental controls in. You know, give them a curfew on the internet. You know, let them. You know, if you're gonna let them on the internet, say, hey, look, you know, you can go on the internet for an hour after you get out of school, and then, you know, you're not getting on there no more at the end of the, you know, for the rest of the night. Or, you know, you can even set like parental controls where, you know, they can only go on, you know, certain sites and they can only look at certain things. But a lot of times, you know, the parents just don't even do none of that and don't even give a damn. Go ahead.
So like, and also, sir, if I could, single Black woman, stop overriding the father who's trying to be a father outside of the household. Let his authority still reign over that child. You understand? Because the issue coming in, you asking him to be a father as far as getting the money and things whatnot for the child. But when he says something, they'll try to correct that child. The Black woman always overstep her boundaries and try to correct him and belittle him in front of the child. So to the sense of the child not even respecting the father and his authority. You understand? And that comes down to an issue as well. She always calls when the child is in trouble, but when the father trying to correct it, she overstep her boundaries and say, no, you just being too tough on him, being too rough on him. You understand? Or her.
Yeah.
And that's the issue because you ask for this Black man to do this, and when he does it, you overstep your boundaries.
I'm listening to you. I'm just writing that. I'm writing that in my notes because I want to talk about what you just said. I'm trying to talk about that tomorrow on the show.
So like you.
All right. I'm talking about that tomorrow on the show.
It's a real big issue.
To the father,
so like
authority, reign in the household, even if he's not there with the mom. Most high in Christ.
I think it should. You know what I'm saying?
I'll be right. Like when I get good, like when I hear people say good stuff, I'm like, oh, we talk about that. That's
like
good. You know what I mean?
So like I said, if I can though, but you know, if the court said that, you know, she's the mother and she gets spousal support, child support, you know what I'm saying, and the child should be with her. But where do my decision making come in when I'm the financial breadwinner who's paying for every damn thing? You understand?
Right. You don't.
You don't.
Right. You know, just to piggyback off your story, you know, I mean, your comment, my daughter, one day, she was on her way to school and she tried to walk past me because I used to always take my daughter to the bus stop. You know, I'm waiting on her. You know what I mean? She gets dressed and walks past me to the door. And I'm like, yo, where are you going? She's like, I'm going to the bus stop. So I see her, she has these, you know, them pants that the young girls wear where they have like the holes in the front. So you can see like their leg popping through it. And I was like, wait a minute. You know, in my mind, you know, like my conscious mind as a father, I'm like, I can see her shape. I shouldn't see my daughter's shape. You know what I mean? Whoa, you can't wear that. You got to go back in the room and go change those pants. You're not wearing those pants to school. She was like, well, my mom told me that I could wear them, and my mom said I could wear them. I'm like, nah, you ain't wearing those. You know what I mean? And me and my daughter got into a big fight, man. Like, I had to like literally like grip my daughter up. You know what I'm saying? She fought me to wear these damn pants. And but it was at the time, it was like right at the precipice of the bus pulling up. And I was like, damn, you know what I'm saying? So I didn't have I could have been late to the job that I already been late to and got warned about, or I could deal with it at another time. So I had to let my daughter go. Boom. she went and got on the bus. Soon, like literally, as soon as she walked out, as soon as we walked out, the bus was coming. You know what I'm saying? Boom, put her on the bus. I went to work. I got and out of all the whole, fight that me and my daughter had, I took her phone in the process, right? I took my daughter's phone in the process because she was getting very, very disrespectful, right? And I found out later on that it was because my daughter was moving out, and she had already discussed it with her mom. They was already discussing that they was going to move it, that she was going to move out. They just haven't privy me to the information yet. So my daughter wearing that was an act of defiance towards my rules, right? So boom, she goes to school. I get a call from her mom probably like around like maybe an hour after the school started, and her mom calls me and says, why did you tell her she couldn't wear those pants? And I said, don't fight me on this. I'm her father, and I know what my daughter should be wearing and what she should not be wearing. Don't fight me on this. This is my realm. You know what I mean? You know how some things is the woman. Some things are the father. Like, it's my job, as far as like my daughter dealing with her period, dealing with, getting the right kind of, maxi pads to buy, all that. I don't know. I'm gonna stay out of that. I have no dog in that fight. That's my daughter's mother's, realm. She, certain things I stay out of it because that's not my job, because I'm a man. Now, there is certain things that that a man's job is in raising a girl. And one of them is, amongst all a whole, plethora of things that you have as a father, but one of them is you're supposed to give your daughter the game, right? And let her know how boys are going to come at her, so that she can be smart and she can understand, okay, man, I want the man that I, be with to be like my father, because your father is a girl's first love. It's her father. So she sees, okay, this is how my father treat me. And if she's raised right, this is the type of man that she'll eventually get with if she's raised right. And then also the father's job is to make sure that the daughter ain't going out the house with something that other men could perceive as sexual, right? I'm supposed to watch, like, bang, in my mind that's going off. Like, wait a minute, whoa, you ain't wearing that. You know what her mom did? She fought me tooth and nail so that my daughter could wear those tight pants. Yup. She fought me tooth and nail. And she didn't say, you know what, you her father, you right. If you have a problem with it, we're gonna change these pants, and she's not gonna wear them ever again. You know what she did? She told me? She said, I bought the pants. The pants there's nothing wrong with the pants. All the kids are wearing them. The pants are not tight. I wore the pants. I'm like, look, these pants are fucking tight. Oh, it's like it's kind of bringing back memories. These pants are too tight. Nah, they're fine. And she fought me tooth and nail all the way down to, I'm taking her. You know what I mean? Like literally it got to that point. But what I'm trying to say is that, a lot of things that, and it goes back to what you're saying too. I'm just going to connect everything. It's just to show like that father, man, he's supposed to have that what's that word I'm talking about? That authority over the child, even if he's not in the house with the child. But I was in that point, at that point. But I'm just saying, because she was living with me. But to women that doesn't have the understanding, they look at the father as just some nigga who they had sex with and the baby's theirs and there's nothing you can do about it. And America backs them up too.
Absolutely.
If I could, I think, so like I said, that's come down to the usurp of authority. You understand? And that curse that the Lord put on Eve about her wanting to be in control. You understand? Mm-hmm. She be this how she just want to be, you know what I'm saying, want to have charge. And, and the thing about it is, man, America has given that black woman that charge that she needs to be able to be able to have that use of authority over black men or Latino women over Latino men, because that's the grounds of breaking up the whole household and keeping that strong man out. And when you take that strong man out, you're taking away the division. Where they say, my people, what are you talking about?
Yeah, where it say? It says where there is no vision, the people perish.
Right. So man, job, like you were saying, is to basically to watch and see and try to give a vision. You know what I'm saying? Listen, my daughter is wearing these tight pants. Look, I'm a man. I'm trying to show you this vision. Right. I understand what these boys out here trying to do. You know what I'm saying? Right. I know why she's wearing these pants right here, but I understand what happened, you know, in men's thoughts and what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because let's be honest, man. I mean, just think of, look, man, I'm telling you, I know with these other fathers out here who daughters be dressing crazy, be thinking, you know what I mean? But they don't have no power to stop it.
That's what I'm saying. That whole use of authority is in play for black women.
Right. So they see their daughter like, you know, breasts popping out. They see she eating at McDonald's every damn day. You know, these young girls in the hood eating McDonald's all goddamn day. You know, looking like grown women now. All them damn hormones in the food. They looking like grown women, and they what, 12, 14 years old, looking like a grown woman. That's why these girls be on social media, and boom, and the father is like, wait a minute, hold on, hey, I don't want my daughter walking out the house like that. With the mom say, you always got to be old fashioned. You always got to be, you always got to be old. Oh, that's an old way of thinking. And they crush the father. And so, you know what the father does? Because his balls are in the balance, right? His balls are in the balance. Because his balls are in the balance, you know what he do? He leaves. And he figures, well, I can't do nothing over here. I don't have no authority over here. So guess what? He'll go and start another family and be father of the year. Oh, go ahead. Somebody want to say something.
No, that's absolutely what's going on. And once again, we on that high statistics and the high divorce and everything else because of the man has to deal with a masculine woman in a household to the point where he can't take it, and black men now going to what you call the DR Republic. What are you going to do?
Well, hey, look, man, you better not talk about the passport boys. Passport boys. Ah, man, the passport boys.
It's no longer, so like it says, no longer.
You know what I'm talking about? You know what I'm talking about, though, right?
Yeah, how they go to a different country to get a wife.
Yeah, but it's a movement, though.
It's a move.
Right, they are. And you got these the Judite sisters, they getting upset about
it. Right. It's a movement. Like, it's a short, you know, like the YouTube shorts. It's a short where it's a dude that be like, hola. Like, the videos he put out shows how easy it is to get like a Dominican woman or a Colombia woman or, you know, a woman from Argentina or whatever. Go ahead.
Some of the passport boys, I think these guys are going for heathens too out in like Asia.
Yeah, but right. They going for like, okay, you're absolutely right. What they're doing is they're going because they're trying to shame black women in America and say, well, I'm a black man and I want a woman who's submissive, who take care of her man, listens, different things like that. All those different, you know, traits that they want a black woman in America to have. So what they do is they go and get it from, you know,
right,
Fung Chang. Go ahead.
And if I could, I remember, you know, my pops, he was stationed in a different country, and he used to tell me, he was like, I didn't understand it until now. When I was a kid, he used to be like, yeah, it's different overseas. And I was like, Pops, what you mean? He was like, women over here are different. He said, when you're over there, they'll have your food ready, your slippers at the door for you, this, that, and the fourth. Before you even walk in the door, he said, you don't even hear no lip. He said, you know, American women, they're going to be different. He said, so you need to be choosing wisely when you get you know, whoop-de-whoop, whatever.
Yeah.
And I never understood that until I started getting older. And then I started seeing like, oh yeah, these women, they gonna press up, they gonna push you to the limit and go as far. And what you were saying about your situation with your daughter in the pants is heavy because my nieces, I don't have any daughters, but I have 2 nieces. And, there was a back and forth one time because I saw my niece's prom dress when she was going out. Young lady, I'm like, you can't. I said, they told me to come over and see what I thought of it. And I was like, no. And all the women got upset. So I said, all right, well, let's see when her dad gets here. Cause it's me, my dad, and her dad versus my mom, her, and my sister. And it was a back and forth until her dad was like, well, nah, I agree with your uncle talking about me. And the dress was just too tight, but the women just didn't see it in their mind like this is not right.
Right, exactly. Yeah.
It's like,
Yeah, no sweat. Go ahead.
if I could, sir. You know what's crazy about
Shit,
this?
I'm glad y'all here. Go ahead.
So you know what's crazy? You know what's crazy about this prom? You know what's crazy about this prom? And something evil about this prom I've been thinking about a whole lot. This prom thing, it's really like a mother reliving her night when she gave her
her virginity, right?
It's like she's trying to show like, yo, daughter, go on out there and do your thing, and this is when I did it. It's like her trying to relive that moment. And it's evil as hell because it's like every time that you see these girls come out in prom, their dresses are more tight, more revealing, more everything. And they like this. It's like the woman is like telling her daughter to go ahead and do the okay. You know what I'm saying? Just go ahead with it. Just do it. We know what you're gonna do. Just do it. This is your time to shine. Do it. And she's trying to relive that whole night she had when she went to prom.
Right. You shouldn't see a daughter's breast, man. You shouldn't see all of that.
But just like I said, but that's an evil. That prom thing, something's very, you know what I'm saying, satanic back that thing, because it's like every mother wants her daughter to have the most revealing dress.
Right.
And she already know what's gonna go down because she did it when she was in her prom, and her mom did it when they went to prom, and that mom did it probably when they went to prom.
Right.
You understand? It's like a tradition where you're like showing like the mother is giving her daughter away instead of the father meeting this guy. Sitting down and getting to know him. There's something wrong with that whole picture.
Right.
You know what I'm
right.
saying?
Absolutely. Nah, you're right. Yeah, Princess Shakar, Na'awa. Yeah, Officer Kawama part. Damn. Yo, he be cooking so much damn food, man. Bring some of that to the Passover. We're going to be there next week, Lord willing. That brother be waking up making like lamb chops and eggs. Like, damn. I'll be like, damn.
That's perfect.
It's crazy. It's amazing. Yeah, all right. So I ain't gonna hold y'all here forever, man. I just want to hit a couple more scriptures and then we're gonna end it out. So this is more so I want to get on Genesis 18 and 19. Matter of fact, 1 Timothy 3 and 4, and then Genesis 18 and 19.
Genesis 3 and 4.
1 Timothy 3 and 4, and then Genesis 18 and 19.
Which one did you want first?
Let me get 1 Timothy. You know what Timothy is about, right?
I might have to read the first part of
All right. Well, Timothy, man, he was I'll give it to you like it is today. Like Timothy was Paul's young boy. And and when he had to, Timothy, he basically gave Timothy the criteria of how to set up a school. You know how like we got a school set up here. You know what I'm saying? Like you have the bishop and the deacon, bishop, deacon, all in every school. You have the first man, you have the second man, and then it goes down from there. And it's just that's how it is. Every school is set up the same way. And then how you are as a leader of the school, it's a certain criteria of how you have to be if you want to be the leader of the school. If you want to be the leader of the school, you can't be getting caught up in councils every other week. You can't be getting drunk and then just like, fighting all the time. You can't be the type of brother who, can, go out and, your men got to carry you to the car. You can't be like that. You got to be a man that's, can think. You got to be a man that can handle situations under pressure, because you have the men that are looking at you and saying, okay, how are we going to get out of this situation? Because these men are, listening to what you're saying. You know what I'm saying? So you got to make sure men get home safe. You got to make sure that you can be able to read the situation so that you can get your men out of danger if danger should arise. You get my point? So he gave Timothy the tools necessary to be in control and how to set up a school and how how the school should be set up. You know what I mean? And this is one of the things, right? 1 Timothy 3, I might even take you up to 1. 3 and 4. All right, start at 2.
The book of 1 Timothy chapter 3, verse 2. A bishop then must be blameless, the husband of one wife.
Right. So this is so crazy, man. Every Christian every woman who thinks that a man shouldn't have more than one wife always try to go to this scripture. It's like, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, at the end of the day, what's going on, Kawama Par? Shalom, Lord Christ. What's going on is like, the woman, okay, let's just lay it out. The reason that your rib is so upset about you having more than one wife, 2 reasons. One reason is she was raised different. She was raised under the Roman captivity, right? She was raised under Roman ideas. She was raised under American ideas of what marriage is, right? So she wants to get married traditionally, the way Americans are married. And she is brainwashed into the idea traditionally what marriage is, right? Which is so crazy because we live in a time where you got shows called 90 Day Fiance. 90 Day Fiance the other way. You know what that means, right? That means women go out and get a nigga from Africa. And then he gets with them and tries to get they try to get the visa to go live with him. What? You know how some people get the visa, they get with somebody that's from, Russia or, the Ukraine, and right, they try to come here, but 90 Day Fiance the other way is people that's from America trying to be expats, right? And try to move over to their country and then live under their culture and marry them, right? You got Who Wants to, the Bachelor, Who Wants to Marry a Millionaire, all these damn, shows about marriage. And it takes away, if you really want to go with the narrative of America, that the idea of America, the idea of marriage is not sacred anymore. Even if you want to go with that narrative, it's not. Because right when you go get married, right, there's 2 trans people that's right behind you that's going to the same justice of the peace and getting married. And these pastors know better. They know better. They know damn well what Leviticus say, but they do it anyway. Why? Because the oppressor said it's okay. So pastors have completely, negated what is actually here in the scriptures, and they just do whatever the oppressor tell them to do. And they do whatever they're told because of the pressure from the LGBT community, right? So that's one reason why your woman don't want to do it. Right. Now, I forgot the second reason. That was, I guess I handled everything, right? The first reason is she wants to be, she falls in the idea of, America, and, she doesn't want to share you. And because we wasn't born into, where this type of thing automatically is instilled in the culture, you know what I'm saying? Because of our captivity. So we wasn't like, if you look at, you ever see the fundamentalists of Latter-day Saints? You ever heard of them? The fundamentalists of Latter-day Saints? The Latter-day Saints, they literally, hold on, let me show y'all the Latter-day Saints. Hold on, let me show y'all. Hold on, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all something. I'm bringing this all the way home, all right? Let me see. Warren Jeffs, all right? Okay, I got it right here. They're gonna like this. All right, hold on. Here we go. We bring it up right now. All right.
Oh yeah, that's the one that Pastor had on them.
Now, hold on. Let me bring it up. Now, this white man had like 32 wives and like 60 something kids, right? Now, a nigga get 2 wives and she's ready to send them to the Lord, right? She ready to burn his goddamn house down. He got what? Let me see how many in this picture. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32, 33, 34. 34 wives in this picture. In counting. And nigga, you get one more and the woman is ready to leave you. Ready to, end it all. And this just shows you, like, in their community, this is how women were raised. They're not in captivity. They were raised like this from kids, and they were raised up into their culture, and this is what it is for them. But for us, we're not raised like that, so it would be a little bit harder for women to accept it. You know what I mean? And this is why we have to, and that's what makes women that's in the truth peculiar than most females, because you gotta be the type of woman that can accept your culture no matter what it is. You get my point? So it's like, what you thinking?
They all hit. He first of all, he has a type.
Mm-hmm.
Of course they're heathens, but they all ugly too.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm. And you see,
and they all look the same,
right? You see what it is. Like it's literally, that's what goes on. You know what I mean? And when we say it, we say, man, look, a man can have multiple wives. They take our culture, they take bits and pieces from our culture and they implement it and they do it.
Right.
We take our culture and it's like we're bad people. But it says that the bishop must be blameless, the husband of one wife. This is not talking about an actual wife. I'm going to bring it all the way down, all right? I'm bringing it all the way home. It's not talking about an actual wife, because you have women that are bishops too, right? So if a woman is a bishop and she got to be the husband of one wife too? Right? Juanita Bynum is a bishop. Juanita Bynum is the head of the church. Right. So why need him? So she got to be the husband of one wife too? This is not what this is talking about. This is talking about the church, man. This is talking about the school. That's got to be your wife. Like, you know how you're married to the game? A drug dealer is married to the game. You know, we were married to the school. So the school is your first wife. You know what I'm saying? Like, this comes before everything. This comes before my wife, right? And this comes before my children. Right? This is the first wife, is the school, and your responsibilities that you have to the school, the responsibilities, the oath that you take to the Most High. That's what the whole thing is about, right? Keep reading.
Vigilant, sober, of good behavior, given to hospitality.
Right. So if you're a leader of a school, you got to be vigilant. You got to be able to watch. You know, you at the club, you need to be watching out for, like, when you see, look, you in the club and you see this. You know, it's music going on. Then you need to look and be like, yeah, all right, y'all, let's go and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? When you see this, you know what I mean? Like, you know, you don't know what's going on, but that's what you see. You like, oh yeah, it's something brewing over there. All right, y'all, let's go and get up out of here. You know what I'm saying? You got to be vigilant. Keep going.
Apt to teach.
Right. Somebody call you, they ask you a question, you got to give them the answer. Go ahead.
Not given to wine, nor a striker.
Right, meaning that you're not a drunkard. You're not just getting drunk every day, and you're not a striker, meaning that you like to fight when you get, you know, they call it the Rams. Yeah, is that what they call it? Did y'all call it that? What do y'all call somebody that like to fight every time they get on some liquor? And they get drunk. We used to call it like you got the Rams. Like, that was my mom and them. They'd be like, oh, you get drunk and get the Rams. Yeah, liquid courage. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you that type of cat. Everybody gotta be like, oh, he good, y'all. You know what I mean? I seen that type of dude in the club, like, oh, he just drunk, y'all. Oh, it's cool. He like, what's up, man? What y'all trying to do? And then you gotta be like, man, look, all right, y'all. He good, y'all. He good. You know what I mean? You gotta walk your mans off. Go ahead.
The type that, you know, be drunk and be like, if anybody got a problem up in here, like that type of person. I've been around those types.
Yeah, he's a striker. Keep going.
Not greedy of filthy lucre, but patient.
What's that? What's the filthy lucre?
Is that like ill-gotten funds or something like that?
Right. Lucrative. Think lucrative. Money. Not given to money. You can't be that type of brother. Like TD Jakes is given to money.
Right.
You know what I mean? Every stinking pastor is given to money. They're not going to come here unless they can see what kind of gain they're going to get. Right. They need money. Right. And they're given to filthy lucre. But if you're going to be a brother who's going to be in charge, that's going to teach, you can't be given to money. Keep going.
Not a brawler. Not covetous.
Right, meaning that you want what your brothers have. Right? Go ahead.
One that ruleth well his own house. Having his children in subjection.
Having what?
His children in subjection.
Say it one more time.
His children in subjection. With all gravity.
Meaning that this is the type of brother that you need to be, man. You need to have your children in subjection. These young sisters wouldn't be online like that if they had a father around that could put them in subjection, right? That could let them know what's going on, what they should not be doing, and so they could get themselves in order and follow the damn rules. But because that father's not around, he can't do that, right? And then you get stuff like this.
Please my ass. You wasn't pleasing. Motherfucking goddamn, you wasn't pleasing. No. Right here. How old are you?
Please.
How old are you? 14. You're 14, right?
Yes.
You had sex how many times?
One.
Okay, you sucking dick?
No.
You sucking dick?
No.
Do your mama even let you do all this bullshit?
No, ma'am.
Say goodbye to your followers.
Goodbye.
I would not have a phone.
I would not have a phone.
I would not have Instagram.
I have Instagram.
And if I keep up this work, I'm going to be locked up.
I'll be locked up.
Do you know why you got in trouble? Tell your views why you got in trouble. Because we can get this, bitch. I'll go to motherfucking jail for you. I might not want to go to jail for somebody else, but I'll go to jail for your ass. So which one? So what we got going on? What we got going on?
I was texting multiple boys.
Multiple boys, and what that make you?
A hoe.
Okay. So what we gonna do now? What we gonna do now?
Fix it.
Fix it how?
I get my phone taken away.
You getting your phone taken away? You not gonna be you gonna clean up this motherfucking house and do your damn chores. And on top of this, you motherfucking going to motherfucking goddamn DJJ for the motherfucking goddamn program so your ass will get right. Do you understand me?
Yes, ma'am.
We gonna focus on school, not boys. You are what? You are how old? You should not be doing what?
Having sex.
So you telling me you want HIV?
No.
You want STD?
No.
So what's your point of texting multiple boys? Why? Huh? Why? Because you got a mama that gives a fuck about you. You ain't gonna be out here doing that shit. Motherfuckers you know might do that shit, but you ain't gonna do that shit. So all them niggas that got your picture and every damn thing else, I'ma have the motherfucking goddamn police subpoena that shit and every motherfucking thing else. So you better be deleting that shit. Because guess what? She ain't willing. She ain't coming. She ain't going to no PJs in Tallahassee. She gonna be right there at her auntie house. She ain't going.
Get rid of the videos. Get rid of all the text messages. The mom is coming for you. The mom says she's going to turn everybody in. The girl is underage. Don't be on social media. This is what we're talking about, man. This is what the class is about. You know what I'm saying? Watching your kids on social media. Go ahead.
Where is the dad?
Nowhere.
Nowhere. She doing the chastising. She ain't there. Like,
He's nowhere. He's nowhere, man.
where is the dad? Like, she.
Nowhere.
And you know what's crazy? You know, it's like it, sir. You know what's crazy? The crazy thing is, like this is the only time when she gonna go and tell the child's father, you know what I'm saying, that your child did this, and hope that he come down on the child then. But other than that, she's not gonna tell the father anything or anything else because she's gonna try to be the father of that child. You understand? Mm-hmm. And it's crazy. Only time a black mother, the single black mother, tells the child's father is when the child gets in some type of deep trouble, and that's when they want a manly figure to come in and stand out there and come get the child out of trouble.
Genesis 18:19.
You know what I'm saying? But other than that, it's always, why you being, like you said, old-fashioned? Why you doing this and why you doing that? If you let that man have his authority in the beginning, the child will never train the child like these the way they should go.
I want you to hear one more. One more. I want you to hear one more. I want you to see this real quick. Hold on. All right. So I'm just going to show this real quick. I ain't going to show that one.
Tomorrow. Because what? I was sending somebody naked pictures of my having sexual conversations with, Saya. Talking about sucking dick, skipping school. Say it. Tell them. Terrell. Terrell who? Allen. Okay, from where? They used to go to Kettering Middle School. Okay, and what else? What else, Saya? Why won't you be at the dance tomorrow? Because what? I was sending somebody naked pictures of my body. And because what else? And talking like a slut. And because what else? What's this in my hand, Saya? Are you supposed to have a cell phone? No. Why? Because I already got it taken last year. Why? Why you get it taken? Doing the same thing. Same thing like what, Saya? Tell everybody on your Instagram that you're not supposed to even touch a cell phone, right? Yes. Why not, Saya? Let all your friends know. All of them, because here they go. They logging in. Tell them what's up. Because I was taking naked pictures of myself. Yeah. Tell them why you sitting here popping your nails off that you just got done today. Because I got in trouble. Tell your friends, all of them. Everybody go to school tomorrow at Kettering Middle School and show this video of Asaya. because it's gonna be up. The police is here. She get ready to get locked up. Tell him, Saya.
Cause I sent somebody.
Act like that little slut that be twerking in the videos. And who was the boy that you was messaging talking about he sucked your titties? Who was that boy, Saya?
Terrell.
The same one.
Who the hell is Terrell? She's in middle school.
If he's 17, he does.
Middle school.
That's crazy, man.
Middle school. That's why I saved this one for the last. Middle school.
Where is the dad?
There is no dad around.
Dang.
The dad is gone.
What is an example of a strong black man?
He's gone.
That's so that's
The dad is gone.
that's sad. That's sad.
Let me read one more scripture, man. Genesis 18-19. Hopefully that helped, everybody kind of get a good look at what's going on here.
The book of Genesis, chapter 18, verse 19.
Uh-huh.
For I know him, that he will command his children and his household after him.
And he will what?
Command his children and his household after him.
That's what we're supposed to do, man, the men of the Lord. We're supposed to command our households and command your children too. And this is why with Tazia said earlier is why the man, even if y'all want to be co-parenting or whatever, and that even, that comes up, then his authority should still stand in that house, even if he's not there. You know what I mean? And these are the things that, parents need to watch out for as far as these kids on social media. You need to be monitoring them, putting restrictions on their phones, take the time and set up their account. You know what I mean? Some people don't want to set the account up, because it might to set the parental controls. You gotta, you might have to sign in. Damn, you might have to sign in. It might not be clear cut and dry, but we gotta take these extra steps to protect our children, man. And then also, you gotta watch yourself as a parent, because it's no way that this little girl is that sexualized. She's in middle school sending naked pictures. When I was in middle school, I was playing Nintendo. You was out there in middle school?
Wasn't going full fledged.
Look, let me tell you something. Middle school is 6th, 7th, and 8th grade. And the 7th grade? Damn, y'all. Damn.
Salakia is because me being around older cousins exposing me to stuff, and then me taking it to kids, what I learned from them, and then just continuing the BS. That's why.
Wow, man, I didn't even mess around with girls until I got into high school. I was literally 17. You know what I mean? I was, I guess, what you would call late.
Right.
In the world or whatever. I didn't mess with a girl until I was 17, turning 18.
Now, Salakia, I did, once I started realizing what I was doing was wrong and tripping, I did stop. I ended up stopping probably around 8th, 9th grade. I started being this is wrong. God is going to get me if I don't chill out with this stuff.
Yeah, I was, man, y'all brothers was on it. I wasn't even on it like that. Yeah, I was, man, I was.
Watch who your kids around, even older kids and older my older female cousins saying and telling me about stuff. And me going and telling kids, and then.
Yeah, you definitely got to watch.
Yeah.
That video is troublesome. It's that video that girl said she done did it twice in the middle school. That's troublesome because it's something deep down that happened to her. She don't how you look. The first video I seen you showed how the girl was very even the first one looked like she wasn't even remorse about doing it because she been you know what I'm saying, but the second one is look like she was scared because this is probably her first time doing it, but this one right here is more traumatizing to me because she didn't even look like she was remorse. It's she getting on the phone, she gonna do it again.
She
like, all right, I did it, boy something titty. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, like damn.
Like, you know what I'm saying? Like she did it. Like, you know, all right. You know what I'm saying? Like
kids worse than me. When and in the church, there was stuff going on. We had a church basement. There was some wild, outlandish stuff going on
in the church basement.
In the church basement.
Wow.
They learned this behavior. You're a product of your environment. So this type of behavior is going on with the kids, man. They learn this stuff, man.
How to go get it? That's how we're crazy.
They learned this stuff right here, not from just YouTube, but they also learn it from the product of their environment, their parents.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Seeing a mother coming out of a household of different men, god dang. Like, the father, but within a year's time, she done got about 7 guys that came out of there. And you don't know what, she done left the strange dude in the house, and he done probably tried to do something with the girl.
Right.
And she's traumatized. You know what I'm saying? Like, this is some serious issues, man. Like, these kids, man, you can just see it's some kind of, it's real evil behind it.
Yeah, there's demon out there.
Demon out there.
And that's why it's important for fathers to be in the house. Right. It's important to watch what your kids are doing online, whether they male or female. Watch them, you know what I mean? Put those parental controls on, you know, make them get off the internet, read a damn book, do a book report, something, you know what I mean? But we definitely have to do this for the very, you know, sake of our children. You know what I mean? And we got to teach our kids the right way to go, and we got to never let them forget it. All right. Was there any more on that?
Check that Salakia.
All right. No sweat. So the best thing we can do for ourselves and our children is to watch them, watch what they're doing on the internet, watch what they're doing on social media, and limit some of the time that they are on there, and start, you know, letting it be like a reward for good behavior, a reward for good grades is that you can get on the internet. And if we can do that, then maybe we can kind of slow it down a little bit. All right. With that being said, I'm going to turn the class over to Precinct Officer Taziad. Yeah, you gotta walk up this side. I got you. I don't know. No, you don't need to take the mic over. It can hear you. They are up. It's right here.
Going on, Police Officer 5,000 Taziad. We'll read the security announcements. Group of new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They are here to learn and share themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. You understand? If you need any transportation to get to class, please call your camp leader for the captain to Taiwan so it can be arranged, so we get many brothers and sisters to come into the classroom and get the culture and the heritage back and get an understanding of the scriptures breakdown. Right. After 6 months, if the brother and sister have any interest in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the head. Make sure you don't go behind anyone. Understand? And do your own little thing. Make sure you get with the camp leader and do things right. We got rules and regulations. Understand? Make sure we do everything right in a righteous way.
That's right.
All right. 5, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10 means 10 in Hebrew. Aisha. All right. 10% of every penny or increase of the Lord give you. All right. Give to priest fund, free will offering for priests, mandatory. Whatever amount you would like to give. A bottle is also.
Yeah.
Bring some good strong water in the house. Upcoming holy convocation is the Passover.
Right.
Passover, Raleigh, North Carolina. Okay, not Raleigh. Okay, it's not Raleigh. I'm from Carolina. It's Raleigh, North Carolina. All right. I just want to make sure, because they definitely gonna tell the Northerners, y'all ain't from around here. Salaki.
Right.
But the Passover, man, bring your family. You know what I'm saying? Come out, you Black, Hispanic, Native American, Indian, sport. This be amongst the brotherhood and experience this brotherhood and experience what heaven would really be like. You know what I'm saying? In that week of festivities are gonna be down there in Raleigh, North Carolina, man. Passover, April 1st on that Saturday, man. Come out, man. Enjoy, man. If you care about the slavery, this is not the time to care about it. Come out to this event and experience the brotherhood. All right, on the Commander Jenny Yohana. All right. Remind Akim and Akawak to check the bulletin board in the hallway. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black, boots, shirt, pants. With that, say Amaji. Give one courtesy salute to the brothers. You understand? Men of Israel, March Shabbat. Amaji. Rock.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shabbat.
On the top. Sorry, turn to the sister. Give them one courtesy salute. Men of Israel, March Shabbat. Amaji. Rock.
Yahweh Shema Alatham by Hashem Yahweh Shai.
With that, class dismissed.